Shown a lot of notes in here.
Good evening, sir.
Nothing from Krishna. Hmm?
Good evening to all of you. Am I audible to all of you? If you can raise hands. My name is Shashadri. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So it's 7 o'clock. We'll start this, and I have taken the questions, make notes of it, and I'll answer them one by one, because this anxiety in you will not help you to learn next 5 days. So I thought I'll first address for 10-15 minutes your questions which you have in mind. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll use the presentation itself. Yeah. There was a question from what is the difference between live audit and online audit? So live audit is basically either at a workplace or online. You go through the process or you check the process against a specified criteria. That's a live audit, or it is decided or pre-decided timelines, and then you conduct that live audit. Whereas online audit is again it's against a set criteria, and it is based on the previous practices or previous performance of the organization. In the past performance of the organization. The next question which was asked is, how do we check adequacy of documentation? Adequacy is always checked with some kind of checkpoints or criteria of documents. This was another question which you had. Then, will Indian customers accept online audit? Yes, this is what I'm trying to showcase in next 5 days. Criteria for online audit, how will you know whether it's complete or successful? It will be communicated as per the contract which you sign with the client, client contract basically. So you'll decide for next 1 year. It is online audit is not one time. It would be a kind of a period of one year kind of a thing. So it will be as per the contract with the client. The next question was acceptability of online audit. Anything new in the world, it will take some time, and we have to create our acceptability. So with time, things will evolve, is what I believe in terms of next question is between difference. Divya asked me difference between a consultant and a auditor. Divya, consultant is a solution provider. An auditor is basically who shows you a kind of a mirror how you are practicing your own systems, etc., and what are the opportunities to improve. He doesn't get involved in consulting. So consultant and versus auditor. That was another question which you all had. Then there are challenges faced by online auditor. So if you want to overcome challenges, you need to have a protocols for online auditing, which we'll discuss on, I think, the 4th day. I have scheduled, there are 3 stages of protocols. One is prepare, conduct, and report. We'll discuss all that then. Then what is the value added proposition? If you listen to me for this 3 days, because I have compartmentalized the audit process itself. Today we'll spend time on how do you audit documentation, tomorrow on how do you audit implementation, and day after how do you audit results. So you will be understanding where I'm coming from. And Sanu, you says that can you relog? Am I audible? Because there is someone saying who's I'm not audible. Okay, Sanu, please re-log in. That would be better. So value adding is what you're going to learn in these 3 days. So that's how you're going to charge and take care of, because whatever I'm talking is a permanent income proposition. Then another question was that CB is not engaging audits. Where do we stand? Sir, online audit is not related with CBs at all. This online auditing is not relevant in the context which we are talking. We are shaping you up as a qualified online auditor, or even not qualified, it's an online auditor, and you are going to take it up and serve clients of your choice. So there is no qualification thing, etc. I'll tell you how you can earn also, because that's what we have been doing for a long. Role and responsibilities of is basically value addition. So you have to conduct online audit because what we are talking about for a period of 1 year, and you'll have a schedule to follow, and I'll discuss all those things on the 5th day basically. Then allocation of time and audit planning. Sir, allocation of time and audit planning, I'll also share this on the 5th day, where we are discussing how do you earn as a independent online auditor. The next question is how to launch. Sir, this is what I'm going to discuss. After you undergo the process, you'll only figure it out how do you launch, but I'll there to guide you actually. Then procedure for online auditing, it is on the 4th day we are going to discuss online auditing process. We are going to discuss on 4th day. How effective online audit would be? It depends on how well we are prepared and what is our competency. It's a market which is going to accept us. There is no predefined rule. It's a market. Your customers will accept it. They may sign up a contract, and if you are not able to deliver, they may not take your services. Qualification mandatory? No, sir. I am totally not talking about any qualifications, any certifications. I am only talking about, as a service provider, how you can audit organizations and help them to look at growth and all kind of. They were saying, can you take a ISO 9000 as a standard and refer? Yes, sir. For simplicity and convenience, because whatever I'm going to share insights with you, there is no theoretical knowledge which I'm trying to share. Whatever I'm going to share, I'm considering the base standard ISO 9000, because most of the other standards would be then it makes relevance actually, and stands good also for other standards. A little bit changes would be there, but you will be able to figure it out. Case study. Sir, case study is not part of this course, because I'm trying to prepare you how do you do online auditing. Now, during the 12-week support system which we are continuing to have every Saturday, I'll definitely consider the case study. Even the last Saturday, some of you said, can you showcase a case study? So we'll take it up at that particular time. I'll add on that. Is the software required? I'm not aware of any software, because I use my experience. So I have never used any software. So I cannot answer that. And Mr. Raj said, Raj Shekhar said, you said this is a first and last course. Yes, Raj, I'm not going to conduct this course again, because This course, I'll make it online because I'm going to, I have started a company called ISO Campus Online. So this is live coaching. There is a difference between live coaching and online, teach online kind of a thing. So most of the courses will be online, but it would be priced differently, or it would be at least same, or it will be more kind of a thing. So Raj, I'm not going to do any of these courses again, because I'll not have time for doing this, and time and energy. So most of my theoretical courses or experience sharing would be on Akhilesh Sharma. Sir, notes and documents, everything, all recordings will be provided to you. So it's a lifetime access for you. You can, draw the essence of it, and then from there we can build on. More importantly, the 12 weeks support system which you have. So I'll close. This is what the questions I have got so far. And yeah, thank you so much. So today is a day one. We'll be talking about how do you take care of audited documentation. Tomorrow, that is day two, we'll be talking about how do we audit implementation. I've deliberately kept it different days because you'll have a lot of clarity. But when you are doing audit, you will not do like that. You'll have an integrated view or a holistic approach. Third day, we are going to discuss auditing a result. Fourth day, we'll discuss the auditing protocols. And fifth day, we are going to discuss, this is most important, because if I don't, I can give you answers now itself, how you can earn, but it will not make sense to you. If you go through this day one, day two, day three, day four, you'll find, you'll be able to connect the dots. That's what I can say. So today is day one, and for clarity purpose, many ISO lead auditors I have interacted with, and many organizations I have interacted with, there is still a confusion with experienced people also. So I like to clarify documents, formats, and records. The difference between documents, formats, and record. Documents are reference material used for carrying out an activity. It could be in form of a drawing, specification, procedure, manual, standard, etc. If it is generated within the organization, prepared within the organization, it is called as internal document. If it is referred, if a document which is prepared outside the organization and so referred, it is known as external document. Formats are basically predefined forms, applications, registers, checklists, etc. The blank ones, which is either used before the work or during the work, or for filling up the information or collecting the information, or after completing the work. The blank ones are known as formats, and once it's also internal and external, and once it's stored, it becomes records. So today I'm going to take you through about 27 checkpoints for documentation. It will take about 45 to 50 minutes kind of a thing, but you'll understand where I'm coming from. And this is useful for every organization. The key is we'll also know why we need to do audit this checkpoint, and what are the checkpoints we need to, so that we understand the adequacy of auditing a documentation. We'll also understand during the interactions how to audit the adequacy part of it. The first thing which most of the organizations miss and are not well prepared, this document is not available in most of the organizations, especially medium, small organizations. They have some presentations and all. So my question to you is, what is the organization profile? Yeah, I'll give you a option to share, talk. What is an organization profile? You can unmute yourself, introduce and talk.
Hey, good evening everyone, Madesh here. So it's
Yes.
basically brief information about the organization, covering what sector they are in, what type of industry, what kind of customers, how many people, where are they located,
How
etc.
many pages?
Not more than one page to get a brief.
Okay.
Sir, in addition to what Mahesh has said, this is Venkana.
Yes.
Organization profile also includes products and services which they provide.
Type of customers they serve.
Yeah, what kind of
the type of service providers they have.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, good evening. This is Gopi. Organization profile also contains the customer base and the services. Along with that, the leadership team and what is their vision and mission.
Correct. Beautiful. My recommendation is, yeah, please.
Sri Krishna here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, organization profile is if you consider it as a web page, it is the first page which attracts the customers and say the values, vision statements.
Is it for outsiders or is it for insiders?
Basically, it is for the insiders only. But when somebody wants to view it, so that can be, as my understanding.
Why it cannot be for outsiders also?
So first it should motivate the internal people. Then it can be.
Many organizations do not have this organization profile. So as a auditor, and I have never seen an auditor checking the organization profile and commenting or giving a observation also. But if you see, if you want to see the context of the organization, if you don't know what is the organization profile, you will not be able to proceed and add value to your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it suppose also has the requirements from regulatory requirements, as well as compliance requirements, as well as the competition and like business objectives.
See,
and also
in one of the organizations, I also got what standards they refer to also prepared. Apart from ISO, there could be some industry standards which they refer to. So it is always in good taste or in the interest of the organization that at least 5 pages, 5 pages is a decent enough organization profile, and you will be able to have a complete coverage. So the structuring, etc., I think you can always borrow from the Google, and you can develop it yourself and guide the organization. This is the first area of value addition you should be doing when you audit a client. Now,
sir, in addition to these things, the certifications, various certifications the organization has in its
yes.
profile.
So certifications, rewards, all. So there are a lot of checkpoints which you can mention, but one of the people many organizations are shy of talking about their turnover. Should it be expressed, or should it be also the goals and targets? Is it right thing to do or not? Sharing goals and targets and all.
They can share, sir. There is no.
Sir, I have heard actually, in addition to the points what other colleagues mentioned, I've heard about this context of the organization, where external and internal environment of the organization where it operates in is also studied.
Correct. Yes. So, see, one of the another thing which is very important is if an organization has to grow, it has to become transparent. If you don't share goals, targets with your stakeholders, how will you align their efforts or their thoughts? It's not possible. So another important aspect which is missing is the contact points, the website and social media links, etc. It's not properly covered. So my suggestion to you is one of the areas, see, whatever I'm talking is value adding points, which as an online auditor, you should be able to do. How and why and how much you charge, how should you time it, all those things we'll discuss as we move forward.
So, sir, so the
please introduce yourself. Please introduce yourself.
This is Rajshekar. So my question is from the organizational profile, the auditor, the input to the organization. Is it is for the smaller organization, or any kind of organization could be a small to a bigger organization? Normally, auditor has the span of access in the smaller organization, but if the organization grows, so there is a little room to advise the senior guys to change the organizational profile, because I'm talking about a bigger organization. So here we are talking only the smaller organization.
Sir, even bigger organization, the organization profile is not up to date and it's not organized. This is one area where we need to help, and it's not updated. 3 saal pehle banaya hai, or it has been made some 2 years back and it still exists. And you should also talk in organization profile, you should also talk about kind of risks you have and all kind of challenges you face. All those things you have to, at least, if you see, there is something called as sustainability reporting, and it is a document which has to be there in the public domain, and organizations are supposed to inform, communicate that what kind of risks and challenges they have. You take up any listed companies today, they'll have to declare what kind of risks and challenges they have. In today, even the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the Companies Law, Companies Act 2013 also talks about, every small organization, MSMEs also need to prepare their sustainability report. And
so you talk about this is CSR from us. This is CSR you're talking about, a sustainability report as part of CSR?
No, I don't want to relate with CSR, sir. See, it is basically looking at your performance in 3 dimensions. One, economic, environment, and social.
Yeah.
I am not linking anything with CSR today here. But I'm only giving you, I'm only trying to communicate that most of the organization, this is one area where we as online auditors could be able to add a lot of value.
Hi all, good evening. This is Vinod Kumar. So organization profile also need to include SWOT analysis, like what are the strength of the organization, what are the weakness, and what are the threats. So that information also could be included in the organizational profile.
You'll not call it a SWOT, but definitely you will look at, see, anyway you're covering the risks and opportunities. You can also cover some of the best practices, or reasons you were successful. So such
Yes,
kind
sir.
of things, terminologies you have to use. Don't use the word SWOT there. Actually.
Okay.
But if SWOT is using, then as you asked, can it be a external viewable? Then there's a challenge, because it include the threat also.
Yeah. So you should not disclose the SWOT kind of. SWOT is mostly for internal thing, but organization profile is you're sharing with your suppliers, your prospective customers, your employees who join you, everyone. If you're investors, everything. And this organization profile should keep improving with time, actually. And that's a missing link which I have in my personal experience. Because most of the things they say we have it in website and all, but nothing. I'm not convinced. And
Sir,
this is one area where we as online auditors have to educate, enlighten the entrepreneurs, because there are a lot of startups and it is complete confusion, and especially the MSMEs, I think a lot of confusion. They don't know how to. They prepared something for a tender, and that they say it's organization profile.
So, but this is Gopi. To get the details, see, as an online auditor, I may not be having all the details about the organization. The organization may not have, because of it is a startup or a small firm, they may not have the right people and the time to dedicate for the
As an auditor, because you will definitely, in an online auditing, one of the things is you will have these documents in advance. So you will have to study them, come out with the suggestions, come out with a value-adding point, put it in a proper sentences, and then give. So this is one. See, what I'm talking today is how do we audit documents and give value-adding points to them.
Correct. Yeah.
So unless until you have everything in advance, you cannot do this.
Yeah, but some practical scenarios, they may not be having something basic also. Not all organizations, but few organizations, they may not
So
have.
that is the reason we are taking up. Have you heard of a online auditor as a profession, as a vocation? Never.
Yeah.
There was never. There are a lot of remote auditors for certification bodies.
Right.
But I have conceptualized this for the benefit of many. There are lakhs of lead auditors who are qualified and available in India. People who have mute yourself, please, because that's causing disturbance.
Dr. Sridhar here, Sheshadri garu.
Just yes, sir. See, let me complete the sentence. I was saying there are a lot of qualified lead auditors available, but are all of them working with a certification body, or are these people better utilized in the organizations itself? No. And I see a beautiful opportunity for many of us who can take up this as a role and contribute. It will grow. This profession will grow. This profession will grow. That's what. Yes, Dr. Sridhar.
Yeah. Most of the information like what we have discussed so far regarding organization profile, it would be available on the website. Am I right?
No, sir. Whatever we have discussed, it's not complete, or it is mostly sugar coated and kind of a thing. Real stuff doesn't come out well, actually.
Okay, hard copy is to be maintained.
I am not asking for hard copy, soft copy, sir. Okay. I said the organization should have an organization profile.
Okay.
How? Because you will not put as it is the 5 pages in the website. You will never do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll park your question here, and we go to the next document which we should audit is.
Sir, I wanted to little bit of elaboration on that sustainability report you just mentioned.
We'll take it up in the end.
All right.
The second area where I think we all should contribute to the organizations is the terms and definitions used in the organization. It is not there. They use abbreviations, they use some words, but there is no clarity at all. This is one area because we are trying to help and business organize themselves, reorganize themselves, and it has to change with time. And this is one area I have seen and helped many organizations to look at, and they got benefited. Any questions you have? Why we should have this?
So Raj, again, the terms and definition, you say it could be a kind of dictionary for the entire organization, whether it is a marketing, whether it is a delivery, or it's a production. So there should be a terms and definition.
It is what I have done in many of the organizations where I have served as a consultant. I always made it a general for overall of the organization, and I made it function wise and process wise. So what happens is this is available for reference, and it keeps improving it. It has to keep improving, it has to be improvised, refined, and all, and that it helps a lot actually. It brings in a lot of clarity in the organization.
So again, it is a part of best practices, correct? Or
I am not talking about best practices, but these are, if you take up any of the ISO standards are best practices. But what I'm trying to do, these are the areas when you're doing auditing, this is one of the area where you can add value. So when the checkpoints here could be, have they, because there are many products, many processes, and they don't define the boundary also, many organizations. What does that, say they write production, but what does production mean? What does dispatch mean? So many organizations are missing on these things, and there cannot be a standard checkpoints basically. But as an online auditor, after you receive a list of things, because when you ask for, can you send me a list of abbreviations or terms, definitions which you use, I'm telling you, most of the organizations will not be able to send. And once you receive it, and after having a look at kind of documentation, complete documentation, you'll be able to suggest, I think in this itself, you'll be able to suggest 25, 30 action items for an organization. And that's where we have a role to play as an online auditor. Rajshekhar.
Yeah, so my question on this is that
does it answer?
Yeah, I answered, but what I'm saying, tomorrow if I get an opportunity, say for example, one hardware manufacturer, a small hardware manufacturer, but I don't have the competency about the boundaries which you are talking about. So how do you measure my competency in the hardware manufacturer to define the boundaries for them?
You are not going to define them. You are asking them to define it. You are not playing a role of a consultant. You are only trying to see what are the gaps and how you are only giving them a direction. You are not giving a solution. You're only giving a direction. What you're saying, you should have a terms and definitions, abbreviations, acronyms, which you're using. And when you find that a lot of acronyms and definitions are not used, you have to ask them, don't you think it is required in the organization? Don't you think that it needs to be defined so that all concerned understand? And because for every term, the way you understand, the way I understand might differ.
Okay, got it.
So we have to bring all of them in the same page. The third document which you should audit is information about external and internal issues. Organizations don't compile it. Either it is in the head of the entrepreneur or in the heads or minds of the people in the organization. Isn't it important for all of us, all the organizations, to have this information? Mr. Vinod, do you think that this information should be there with the organization?
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should be there.
We need to have external and internal issues,
yes.
Which we are facing in the business, which is a very important details.
Yeah, see, I'm seeing a lot of inputs on the chat box, but I'm not referring to chat as of now, because otherwise I'll lose the delivery or flow and I'll not be able to add value at this juncture. I'll get distracted. So yes, Madheshwaran, you were saying something.
Yeah, I think with my little experience, what I've seen is only those companies who have formally got certified, they may have documented. Many of the others might not have documented.
Even the best certification bodies, best of the lead auditors are also not identifying this as a document.
Oh, okay.
It is not. And it remains in the minds of the people, and unless until you capture it. So when this is one important area as an online auditor, you should be able to advise or suggest that this is missing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Sir, basically, Venkana sir. Sir, this is not mandated by the standard to document it. So that's why many organizations may not be documenting it as a practice.
Even the quality manual is not required.
Of course.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, what is in the interest of the organization?
Yeah.
Because owner is struggling for the cash. He is worried about the sales, how next month he has to pay salaries. But this the auditing which we do, suppose it's a 1 crore company, will he not give you 1 lakh rupees per year to help him?
They would see this as a value add from us rather than looking
That's
at
what I'm saying.
compliance.
Even a 1 crore company would prefer to have. So how do you, in the morning Vinod was asking, do we need to do marketing? No, you don't require to do marketing. I'll give you important clues on the 5th day. How should you, see, communication is important. How do you communicate? Just one email is suffice. You don't have to do door-to-door marketing at all. But how do you write to a customer so that they engage you? Can't a 1 crore company pay you 1 lakh rupees and engage you to do this validation? And imagine in a year, 25 companies, can't they pay you 1 lakh each? I'll tell you how it is to be done on the 5th day. But when you suggest this to client, you should also mention, stakeholder wise kind of a thing. Stakeholder wise, what are the issues they have, or they need to compile this actually.
And also here, one more important details.
Can you introduce yourself so that it is important for me?
So hi all, Vinod Kumar here.
Yes.
So here in the external internal issues, the details should be collected as per that particular standard requirement. Example, if it is a ISO 14001, which is for environmental management standard, so this detail should be collected as per that standard. If it is an ISMS, Information Security Management System, again, this detail should be collected as per that standard requirement, which is
now you are an auditor, you have those qualifications. I am not an auditor, so how do I do this? Can't I? Isn't it a common sense? You are an auditor, you can definitely come up to that level and contribute. But what I'm saying is, in this course is not for people who are having a lead auditor qualification. I'm talking very basics. This basic documentation, and my question to you, Vinod, is shouldn't it be available with any organization? It could be a format, it could be complete, incomplete, it may not be correct, but is this effort, many of the organizations don't make an effort also to put this in a paper actually.
Yes,
and
sir, you are right.
And if they don't put in the paper, how do you improve and how do you correct it? How do you overcome these issues? And they just keep accepting it and they don't challenge the status quo. They don't challenge the status quo. They allow to, they face the trouble. They get stressed, and the kind of pressures they have on employees because of that, they don't solve these problems. These problems can be solved. It is good to have new problems.
Yes,
so
correct.
What is the checkpoints we should have for this? How do you know that it is complete? How do you know that all issues have been captured?
Sir, it needs to be categorized like external issues, internal issues, and within external, customers, suppliers, regulatory bodies, society, and within internal, employees.
So Madheshwaran, is it you, Madheshwaran? Yeah.
Venkanna, sir.
Venkanna.
Yeah.
So I can sit and do it. Will that be sufficient?
No, sir. It has to be brainstormed within the employees.
So your question is, you also have to find what were the sources of these inputs?
Yeah.
What were the sources? Because sometimes it is one or two people who sit and do key employees ko this problem is there, supplier ko this problem is there. I don't agree to that viewpoint at all. If you want this external and internal issues to be compiled, it is a process, it takes time. It's not that 5 minutes mein ho gaya and 10 minutes mein it's work done. No. But this is a very important document for organizations to move on.
Can we have a complaint book kind of thing?
Sir, complaint book is different than what we are. So it is basically a compilation of issues an organization currently has, and it will change with time. The issues an organization which previous year or today will be definitely different. Now, effort has to be made by an organization to compile this information, because once you compile, you'll not sleep. You'll work upon it. And when people in the organization are aware of this, don't you think that employees' energy will help owner or the organization to, overcome these issues?
So these points actually majorly discussed in management review meetings, sir.
Who discusses it?
I mean, these points need to be raised because external issues, internal issues which are to be dealt with the whole team, then such a decision can be taken only during the MRMs.
What we are doing? We are doing a documentation audit.
Yes, sir.
I'm only asking whether the organization has this information, and if that information is complete or not. Is it captured correctly or not? Is what we are trying to discuss.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, are these documents confidential or can be shared with consultants or auditors?
Why it will be confidential?
No, because if during the audit,
you're auditing an organization, and it may not be with every employee, but the management or select people within the organization might be having this. It has to be there with them. I don't see it's a confidential document. It has to be transparent, and then only you'll be able to solve it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Right, sir. Thank you,
fourth area where each one of us can add value is we talk about interested parties meeting the requirements, but none of the organizations map and tabulate these requirements, and it is very important.
I think, sir, from confidential, what you said, so confidential means the need to know basis. There are certain people only need to know basis.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See, as an auditor, you will seek for this information, and I'm telling you, many organizations do not have this, and that's the area where you can contribute. You can advise how it should be done, and they can give this information to you, and then you can check whether it is complete, incomplete, or anything can be added, kind of thing. So we're talking about the fourth document which every organization should have is stakeholder requirements. It is never tabulated. It's not available many places. We know that's the answer people tell. So the checkpoint says you have to find out when it was captured, because it is an organization's effort to decide what periodicity they will capture these requirements or upgrade this document, because things keep changing. Businesses are dynamic, so it is expected that organization need to really look at is it timely, is it whether all stakeholders are covered or not, and how valid the requirements are. Is it sometimes imaginary requirements are mentioned. So it is you as an auditor, you will have to have that kind of due diligence, that whether it is properly captured or not. Otherwise, your job is to tell in writing that these are areas which you can look at or has not been covered, kind of thing. Oh, किसी के पास नहीं रहता है, except for 1 or 2 persons, and that also they don't have. Somebody says that accounts department has related to finance, or owner has related to the labor laws, or he has outsourced it to some guy consultant who takes care of it. This is not knowing about law is not an excuse, basically. Ignorance is not an excuse. So it is important because after all, the owner, the top management, is accountable for all compliances. So this document needs to be made available, and there is a lot you can contribute. And many people do not understand what is the difference between statutory and regulatory. Many people, they say that, okay, this is statutory, but they don't know what is inside the statutory. Yes, Mr. Vasant.
Basically, I think regulatory is laws and statutories are like local bodies and state related, I think, matters, I think, right? Just want to get clarification.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what are the checkpoints then, Vasant Bhai, sir?
See, basically, industry specific requirements will be there, and domain specific, as well as the location, industry, or areas which the industry is related to. As per that, requirements will be there. This is my.
Yes. What else should be the checkpoints?
Industry specific standards, like for example, food industries, they should have food industry related standards. Pharmaceutical industry should have pharmaceutical related standards to be requirements for compliance to those standards. And anyway, this labor laws, income tax, or all other things are applicable to all such industries wherever they people employ the employees.
I was auditing one of the manufacturing companies, and I just asked for the consent to operate kind of a document, the annexures. None of the organization employees or the concerned people are aware what is the what are the requirements of the annexure and whether we have to fulfill this or not. किसी को मालूम नहीं था. So compliance requirements should be educated. Many organization owners do not know, and we auditors, we lead auditors of certification bodies go and do Kanapurti sometimes. And if we don't do, there is other certification body will come and take the business. Yeah, Shobna. Shobna, you were raised a hand. Okay. Yeah, please tell. Unmute yourself, Shobna. Okay. Any other checkpoints under statutory and regulatory? This is one document many organizations do not have. You have to help them prepare. Actually.
Like licenses.
Celine here.
Yes, Celine.
About VAT and PO, PSI and all will come in this list.
Everything has to come.
Yes, sir.
Statutory, regulatory, everything has to come. Whether they comply or not comply, because none of the organizations are 100% compliant. And we are not trying to tell them that you become 100% compliant. The owner will kick you out. I'm telling you. So at least, but owner should have what he is not compliant, so that he can initiate measures which helps him or saves him in future. This document is very important document.
Sir, this is Gopi.
Yes, Gopi.
Will the in-house legal team have all these details or no?
Most of the organizations do not have legal team.
Even the legal teams?
No.
Oh.
So that is the reason I'm saying there is a lot we can do. I'm talking about even a 1 crore company, if you try to help them, and I'm not talking about it's a one-time audit or 2 times audits and all. You have to be associated with this organization year after year.
Oh.
Yes. If your period of contract cannot be less than 1 year.
Yeah.
Yes. Then only you can contribute. Sixth document which many organizations should have, must have, is list of processes, the process sheet and flow chart. Now, the difference between process sheet and flow chart, can anyone explain?
Vasant Pai here. Flowchart is the list of activities in sequence of their like going, whereas the list of processes is all processes which organization is following from all the all the domains.
What is process sheet?
It is Raj here. It is the list of activities which have an input and the output, and there is tool in between how the activity has been processed, and this schematically it is displayed using the flow chart.
These are two different things. Process.
Process is Gopi's kind of
My request is. Yeah, Raj, you're on dot. Many organizations do not have process sheets. Process sheet is for a process, what are the inputs, what are the outputs, what are the measures, who's responsible, what document, what format, which documents, which formats, which records you maintain for each this process. You can also have what are the risks in this process. You can also have what improvements. Yeah, wait. I'm allowing me to complete the sentence. So in the process sheet, inputs, outputs, measures, responsibility, documents, formats, records, risks, all those things has to be captured. Whereas flowchart, what Vasant Bhai was saying is kind of a stage-wise activity you do to complete from start to end. So the expectation from organization is they should have list of processes, and for each process there has to be a process sheet. For each process they should have a flowchart. This is where they'll have command on the business, or they'll be able to have. So there is a problem which happened in a process. So if you look at process sheet and flowchart, then definitely it will be able to resolve a root cause, find the root cause kind of thing. Yes, Venkat.
Sir, it's nothing but process manual, right, sir? Process sheet is nothing but process manual.
No.
Sir, we call it as process manual. We define everything in that what you have said. All the records and reference document, everything process.
Process manual is different. Process sheet is different. Yes, Kranti.
So can you please come again? Those 3 points you have mentioned, which will be there in the process sheet.
Inputs.
Yeah.
Output.
Yeah. Risk.
Process measure. Process risks.
Okay.
Documents, formats, records. You can have more items in this so that you have a comprehensive view of it.
Okay. So what I thought is like process turtle. Can we call it as a process sheet, or is it different?
What is that process?
Turtle diagram of process.
I don't know about it actually.
Okay, so it is like SIPOC. Supplier input, output, KPIs. What are all the forums required for the process is defined there.
So, Kranti, one thing which you might have worked in IT, you might have worked in automotive industry, so you can use these terms. Many small organizations will not be able to understand this. So you have to be very simple in your communication. When you ask for your marketing process, what are the inputs, what are the outputs, what measure, then flowchart. So these three things should be there, kind of. For every process there, this is and checkpoint is basically you should be able to see whether all processes are covered or not. They sometimes organization says that we have only 6 processes or 7 processes, and I always educate them that an organization cannot function with 6 or 7 processes. Any small organization also would have 20, 25, 30 processes. And we as auditor have to make them understand what is a process. If we are clear, if we have to improve our knowledge, our understanding of what is process and how to educate or enlighten a client, then you will be able to add value. We are still at documentation audit of a 7th thing. One thing which you should always ask, and I ask, is top 10 risks at organization level and 10 risks process wise. People don't have this document. If you go to an organization, yes, we have done a risk assessment. They show something 25, 30 risks or 10 risks, and they say that it's done. The checkpoint which you should always carry is at organization level, the risks are different. At process level, the risks are different. The magnitude of risk is different. The consequences would be different. So they should have a document, and this risk will change with time. So how often or what periodicity they have captured this is important. So very simple question: top 10 risks क्या है आपका आज के दिन में? And it will change after when you are in the journey and in association with a client. Maybe what today you are in June, and the type of risks an organization might have in October would be different. So this is another area where we need to audit and then try to.
So is there any specific framework you refer, or is a simple qualitative or simple qualitative?
Very simple.
Oh, okay.
What can fail, why, and what you will do, kind of thing. All those things.
Okay. Since you tell you don't recommend any tools, so it's a purely paper driven.
See, I can tell a lot of tools. I can tell there is a standard, but if you can go into that level, then organizations will not engage you. They'll not have time.
Yeah.
You have to balance organizations' effort. Their core business, they cannot stop and work with you. But when you talk about top 10 risks, can you submit a document, and all these things you cannot give in one go. You have to, if you're doing an audit for 90 minutes in this week, you'll take customer satisfaction enhancement plan. Ask for that. Sir, how are you planning to enhance the customer satisfaction? People say that we want to enhance the customer satisfaction, we want to delight, but how? So they should have a document. They should have a plan too, because you cannot just enhance the satisfaction of a customer, because there is a cost to it. So you have to have some kind of PDCA for customer satisfaction document. Irrespective sector, I'm trying to propagate that whatever documents, 27 documents which I have, I think 25 or 27, I don't remember, is very generic, and that will keep you contributing. It will help you keep contributing to the organization. And correspondingly, you can look at implementation and results also. Do you all agree?
Daddy, miss you. Miss you.
Yes, sir. We are with you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So one of the participant, we should be aware that when you are in an online meeting, there has to be a decorum which you have to maintain. You cannot unmute yourself and create disturbance, and it doesn't look nice. So you have to maintain a decorum. Otherwise, you cannot earn 15 lakhs or 25 lakhs. You have to be very sensible, very, very, very careful on this. The next area where you can contribute is ask for a document which has values, vision, mission, goals, targets, process measures. And many organizations have quality policy also and mission also. Actually, in management consultancy, in the parlance, mission is nothing but a quality policy. The way you would like to go, what is the roadmap kind of thing. And your quality objectives are nothing but the numbers which you want to achieve at the organization level. And so this document is not complete I'm not talking about action plans and all. I'm only asking whether they have this documentation in place. Many people don't know what are values. Some website designer has prepared a values and they project it as a value. So this area, because this is one thing which will be a reference for an entrepreneur and organization to move forward, to go to the next level. The checkpoints, what could be the checkpoints for values, vision, mission? Any idea? Gautam? What you will check in them? Who is it? Hello? Yes, please.
First, how many employees are aware of this policy or this mission and vision? First, we have to check up.
Wow.
This is one of main.
Okay.
How many people are aware? How many employees are aware?
Okay.
5 years experienced employees or 6 months experience.
Sir, what are we doing? We are auditing a documentation.
Yeah.
We are not auditing the implementation. So I am asking you, how will you know the documentation is complete?
So Vasant Bhai here.
All of these are aligned to a single purpose, sir.
Just Mr. Madhusan, hold on for some time. Yeah, Vasant Bhai.
Yeah, whether the values, mission, values, vision, and all these things are documented and published to everybody. This is what we check during.
We are not talking about implementation, sir.
Yeah.
We are talking about documentation. What are we discussing? Today we are only discussing how to audit documentation, right?
Yeah.
So I am asking, what are the checkpoints here?
All are available and then all are aligned to a synchronized way, sir. Actually, if goal, mission, and are going in for different direction, then that doesn't solve purpose.
So, Selin, yes, sir.
Yes, Ellen.
About the policy that's been, you can review how often it's been changed or whether they have made any.
No, you are again going back to implementation, and I'm asking the completeness of these things. You know, how do you?
Hello, sir. Vinod here.
Yeah, basic.
So for quality policy, we need to check who has who has given the approval for the quality policy.
No.
Sir, Venkana here.
Yes.
Is it relevant to the company?
Can you mute yourself, people who are not talking? Can you? Yeah, Mr. Vinod.
Is it relevant to the company?
Quality policy, we need to check who has approved the quality policy, when the policy was approved, and whether the policy has been communicated to all the internal stakeholders and also even to the external stakeholders.
No, sir. You are again going to
Madesh here. I think
Mr.
fundamentally we need to
Can others request you to hold on? Madesh, tell me.
Yeah, whether they have formally documented and articulated these informations very clearly at an organization level. And
what is values?
The values in terms of what they believe, certain things.
What they give importance to.
Correct.
See, every organization could give importance to, quality. Some people may give importance to people or teamwork. Some organization may give importance to integrity. So there are 3, 4, 5 values which every organization gives. So many organizations do not have this values statement itself. So that's the reason they don't have a reference point. So the best way to find out from organization is the owner, when you ask or interact with the owner of the organization is, so what are his priorities or what does this give importance to? You'll be able to figure it out, and then you can paraphrase or rephrase and then tell them, do you think that these are your values which you believe? That's how you will be able to see whether the document is complete or not. Vision is not goal. Suppose some people say that vision, I want to achieve 100 crores. That's not a vision. So vision is a distant dream and it's never achievable kind of a thing. And to achieve this vision, you have a roadmap. That is called a mission or a quality policy. don't ask the questions which you ask as a lead auditor. So please prepare yourself, go through a lot of learning on values, vision, mission, goals, targets. You have to see goals and targets, are they set at organization level and functional level or process level? You also need to know how are they going to measure their processes, how is they going to measure their process performance. So these are the things. Many people don't know how to measure the process performance. They only measure the people performance. So these would be the checkpoints, Madesh. 10th document which you should ask for and give value-adding inputs is ask for improvement plan, process-wise, month-wise. I'm asking you, I'm saying that please ask the clients, please give us your improvement plan, process-wise, month-wise. Many people won't have it. And that gives a trigger for the organizations to prepare. So the best thing which the checkpoint is, every process can be improved. And everything has to be timed. You cannot do all improvements in one go. So you need to have a calendar. That should be the checkpoint. Document number 11 is infrastructure. There is no plan. No, we feel the need and we buy the things or organize the things. What you should recommend as a online auditor is ask for the infrastructure requirements of an organization, how they have arrived at, what is the what is required, what is available, and what is variance or deviation. So when we talk about infrastructure, it could be a technology related, it could be a machine devices, it could be an office space related, everything. So you have to go into deep and then take it forward. Similarly, there is no manpower matrix in an organization. You don't know in accounts department how many people you want, how many are available, how many are required. Again, checkpoint is you need to prepare a people matrix, have proper expectations, because what happens in most of the organizations, they expect everything from one person or two persons. That's wrong. And too much of overlapping. It is important, there could be a shared responsibilities and all, but it is always better that there is a clarity in, so that you can really reduce the cost and be economical in operating, be more competitive. So this is another area where you can look at the third area. Yeah.
Earlier slide than the checkpoint. I just want to have a look at it. Earlier slide. Budgeted, available, and required. Okay. Thank you.
People don't have this. And or if it is there, it is scattered. It's not organized. It's not compiled. Their contact numbers are not there. Their contracts are not in place. All those things. So the first thing which you should expect from an organization is help them prepare the list of external service providers and the kind of products they source and from which sources. If there is a compiled information available like this, it helps them to look at the criteria, they look at the, I would say the complete purchase process would get streamlined in that process. There are a lot of benefits, if you start auditing this document. You'll have a lot of checkpoints kind of thing. What kind of things you outsource, what kind of sourcing you do. There are a lot of checkpoints you'll get. But this document is must. Many people don't have this.
In this, Raj here again, in this document which you have said, so is it a value added? We are asking, okay, is there any back plan B or a plan C, like a kind of COVID kind of situations? So what else happen if
that could be a probable question that if required, but that could not be the first question. Yes, If you have a look at this, then definitely in situations like this where we are today, this would be one of the elements of your business continuity actually. Raj?
Yes, I got it. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. The 14th document which I asked for is conditions for operations. You want production to happen, you want a service provision to happen, but you have not defined the conditions under which it should operate. Many of the organizations have not defined. You want online business to be done, you have not defined what conditions. Because they're so busy organizations that if they cannot concentrate on the work environment in terms of hygiene, in terms of the lighting or all the technology elements.
So can we relate this checklist as part of the recent tragedy occurred in somewhere in Andhra for that LG plantation, because they don't have this there, or somebody is not checked?
Yes, could be. In fact, there was one PSU which I worked on, 18,000 way back in 2010. ECIL is the organization name. It was about 6 to 7 months I had struggled in helping them implementing system. But, there was a casual approach by a department. And that department landed up, we had August 15, the certification delivery by then BSI. And after a few months, there was an explosion. And more than 25 people died, including the DGM. And that department didn't do that activity of risk assessment, hazard analysis, in spite of so many reminders. So who is to be blamed? Certifications will happen. So working conditions, so what I expect from you is when you talk to client, whatever work they are doing, whether they are into a service organization or a manufacturing organization, they should have the conditions for operations. What are the plan they have? Because if they have this plan, they should have that confidence, that things are intact. Things will not go wrong. You find a lot of MIS reports, but people don't know at what periodicity they should monitor and what to measure.
So you mentioned when in the last the 14th step, so is it internal and external conditions, correct?
Both has to be considered. Because in many businesses, even the transit has to be taken care. Delivery complete, it has to be taken care. You have to define basically. And these are areas where you can do value addition. See, it could be a hospital or it could be a school. You have to really come out with conditions on which the classroom should function or an operation theater should function. It's not defined. It is presumed, sochte hai ki hoga or hai. But when things go wrong, then they realize that, oh, we should have taken care of this. So I'm trying to be very generic, and this applies to every sector, be it a food or IT or any sector. This document again is missing, but if you have that list of processes, process sheet, and the flow chart, I think it becomes easy. But the checkpoint is, for every process, you should know what frequency you are going to monitor and what are you going to measure. This is the checkpoint for many of the processes. It is never updated. You have a lot of assets with the organization. It could be a 10 rupee item, a stapler, but I'm saying there is no tracking of it. Actually, there's no tracking of it.
Can you please go back to the previous slide, sir?
So it is, you have to call for the list of equipments and devices, and then depending on the kind of industry it is, you can, the checkpoints could be what could be the, how they have have they indicated the calibration plan or periodicity and all, how often they do. So there are a lot of elements which will come to your mind when you look at those devices and equipments list. An important document. Now, this is very important, but we will not find time to compile this information, both the external knowledge, internal knowledge. We don't have a system to maintain this.
Is one question, is it sequential or is it random?
Which one?
The list which you have given now, this?
It is random. You have to, based on the client you are serving, you will have to use and you have to play around actually. What is important for an organization X could be different to Y actually. So you have to play around. Your intent is to contribute to the organization's growth by auditing. Because if you do assessment, then only you will be able to give them more trigger points for working on improvement, workplace improvements kind of.
Gopi here.
Yes, Gopi.
Documentation audit, organizational knowledge management system, something like lessons learned, something? Or?
Yes. See, they don't have what failures we had, what kind of complaints we had. There's no repository. There's nothing where it is one place it is stored so that we can retrieve, we can discuss, we can,
So in such scenario, for an online auditor, if he has to get it done or get the help the customer client to document this, maybe they are in operations for the last 10 years. So you think maybe that there is a attrition?
You provide a framework, you improve your understanding about how organizational knowledge can be managed.
Okay.
There are a lot of scholarly articles available. You please read, you prepare yourself, and then suggest what gaps they have and what could be the right way to structure organization knowledge. So it could be related to complaints. It could be related to a lot of lessons learned, internal, external, a lot of things. There's no one defined structure which is available.
Yeah.
And make your job is to make the business enterprise realize how important it is.
Yeah.
And at any given point of time, they can go back to this and help themselves. This is what you have to propagate.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
So can you please share the documentation requirement 16? Just sorry. Thank you.
It is an important document we should call for, and it is position wise, what kind of competency, how they have mapped, how they have defined it, and what kind of training plan they have. That will tell you how well they are preparing to serve their customers. If they cannot improve their skill level of their people or upgrade the skill level of the people, competency of the people, and if they cannot provide knowledge to the people, how do you expect they can contribute to the client? So this is there are a lot of checkpoints which you can work on in terms of this, and sometimes it is possible that they may not have in-house, but they can always make it available offline or from the outside. But this is an area where they should be able to work on.
Can you go back to the previous slide?
What's that?
18. Yeah, competency mapping. Okay. Yeah.
if you see every standard of ISO talks about one of the clauses is communication. What to communicate, whom to communicate, who will communicate, what frequency. And it is always you seek a communication matrix from the organization. Most of the organizations won't have it. I'll write it and give. Don't have it.
You have somewhere captured, say, for example, competency and mapping training planning. The target audience is HR, or could be a technical team, or could be a production team. Something like that. Any metrics is there, or is open?
Who is speaking? Who is saying, sharing this?
Raj here.
Raj, many organizations do not have HR.
Yeah,
so
but
it doesn't mean that it requires, every organization requires HR. It's not required.
Yeah,
it's not
no,
required.
Correct. HR / production team / something like that.
It's a team or a core team of an organization team should prepare this. We require about this 10 people in the organization. We should ensure that these people should have this kind of background, this kind of training they should go through. So there's no document available, right? Unless until they have this document in place, they'll not be able to improvise their capacity actually to serve. So when they document this, what will happen is there is a lot of self-realization happens, Raj, and they'll definitely look at correcting themselves. Coming to another documentation audit area is communication metrics. Stakeholder wise, it needs to be prepared at what frequency, what to communicate, who will communicate, and all. The checkpoints is stakeholder wise, you should have this kind of a thing. The 20th point is people provide a lot of services, but they don't have the complete information in one place, which is called as quality plan. What is the acceptance criteria? What is the features? What requirements should be made? So there's no complete picture of the service which you provide or a product which you provide. And gone are the days where, see, there are definitely some sectors which maintain these things, but not all. It is in the flow. People are working so tirelessly and so engaged in that they don't have the complete picture of what they provide and what they serve, kind of thing. So it is expected that an organization should have a quality plan, and you should ask for a quality plan. If they don't understand, make them read that clause number 8.1. I think they'll understand, and you have to, if you know about ISO standards, 8.1 talks about complete quality plan itself. The next area, which is not again organized well, what are kind of commitments we make to customer? It is not stated properly. I'll request. How do you capture the inquiries? We provide services online. Online mein order aa gaya, we provide the service. That's fine, but there has to be a system. There has to be a process. Feedbacks, amendments. Now, I don't know. I want to call it as a CRM, but there has to be a process which needs to be well documented, because you have to tell the owner that you get paid by your customers. So if you don't have a process for managing the customer communication, customer will have a choice to take care of themselves. So there are a lot of checkpoints in this area. If you read the standard, or you are able to do some research on how you can do, how effective you can make your customer communication, I think you will be able to come out with a lot of checkpoints. That's what my belief is.
So Gopi here, I have a view here. For
Yes.
example, I'm just taking for the sake of discussion, Dell. It's a Dell.com. So they have customers, they have end consumers, enterprises. So they have a website, the customer can log in the complaints, and then it will be served as per their SLA, whatever, right? So if I go to that customer or head of the department and say that you don't have any customer communication documentation as an online auditor. So they'll say that
I'll not ask such questions to Dell.
Oh, example I'm
See,
taking.
see, customer communication, the questions which I'll ask will depend on the maturity level of the organization.
Yeah.
The age of the organization, because the degree of systems they have implemented. So it differs from organization to organization. Dell may not engage me because they So we have lakhs and lakhs of organizations which need support. There are a lot of organizations which are looking for such kind of support because they cannot employ. Can they employ a person with 1 lakh salary?
No.
But can they outsource it to auditor like you, who can help them week after week or month after month and help them at 1 lakh? Yes. So if you have 25 lakhs, 25 organizations who will engage you, will you not earn 25 lakhs? That is possible.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you how it is to be done on 5th day. Yeah. 22nd area, which is again missing in the most of the organization, is they don't know. There is no system for it actually. There's no system for it. Whether it is production related or asset related, nothing. So you'll have to figure it, depending on the organization, you'll have to figure it out what kind of checkpoints. It's a manufacturing system, could be different. If it's service, it could be different. If it's a project based, you have different. That helps in also costing and recall, kind of product recalls, all those things. It will help actually. 23rd area where you should look at is every organization should have a delivery and post-delivery documentation system. At what time, what point of time they'll release the product or service, and what are the stages, who will responsible, and post-delivery, what are the stages, who is responsible, what if it comes back. So there is no system actually. Many organizations. जब आएगा तब देखा जाएगा. When it comes, we'll see. Why to waste time? But if they prepare and document the system, what will happen is they'll have clarity, and lot of time can be saved. A lot of effort can be minimized if they have this documentation. Again, checkpoints will vary from organization to organization. School, it will be different. Hospital, it will be different. 24th area, there is no documentation of what when things go wrong. I'm not talking about Dell, Wipro, and Infosys. Many organizations do not document this. Ask for documentation. How do you capture the? So, is there a system for you to capture the deviations or non-conformities? People may not understand the word non-conformities. You can use simple words. You can say delays कैसे capture करते हो, deviations कैसे capture करते हो. So this is another area where you can contribute by having a checkpoints. Yeah. So one of the simple way you should ask them is what kind of data you collect for each process. Can you show me a table where it is there? And what do you do? What decisions you take based on this collection of data? Ask them to prepare. So the checkpoints could be, you have to see whether all processes are covered. And once they prepare this table, I think they'll thank you a lot, because many times they waste their time and energy in collecting the data. And most important is, how are they using this data management actually? So you have to ask such questions, and then it will come under implementation, but please ensure that they should have this data management metrics kind of a thing, a table kind of a thing. For which process, what data you collect, how do you use it, who does the analysis, what frequency. Most of the organizations do not have this. So scattered, so scattered. So one best way to check the organization's strength of documentation is ask for a master list of documents, formats, and records. Your electronic documents, the hard copy, the soft copy, there is no matching. There's complete mismatch of things. There's no organization. A lot of alignment is required. I'm not recommending that it should be hard. Everything should be hard copy and print and all. No, I'm saying, can there not be an alignment? Can there not be a system where you can manage your documented system? Because that makes your job easy, your business easy. When you're trying to grow your business by having new branches, new outlets, you want to replicate your business. If you have such things, it will help an organization. And there are a lot of checkpoints. You will all can handle this. And yes, this is the last one. All these things are important, but how do you manage the versions? How do you manage the numbering system? How do you manage the password policy? So all this is part of managing a documented management system. So there can be many checkpoints which can be developed upon. I'll not ask you to write in the chat box. I'll prefer to answer when we are at 8:31. I'll prefer you to unmute and one at a time, please ask me questions.
Can you go back to 7 and 8 points, sir, please? 7 and 8, sir.
Which 7?
7 and 8.
Who is this?
This is Prasad, sir.
Okay. Top 10 risks. Top 10 risks, organization and process wise, and 8 is customer satisfaction enhancement plan.
Sir, this is Venkana. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, this list of documents covered, it does not cover management review records. Actually, that is where most of the things would be visible.
It will not cover here?
Where, sir? Here?
Yeah.
This is at each process level, but
even management review, internal audits also you can cover here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is something like organization chart, correct? Management metrics.
No. Who is asking this question? Hello. Can you introduce yourself so that I can relate? Hello.
Sir, Venkana, sir, I have not.
No. Somebody asked management metrics is organization chart.
Yes.
Organization chart is not management metrics, my dear. You have see if you see the standard also. I'm coming to standard. Even the management review is one of the source for data. Internal audit is one of the source for data analysis. So I don't want to discuss the clauses and all, but data management, you will have to find everything in the organization. You have to, tabulate it in a manner which will help you to have clarity in the organization. Because, yes, Venkana. Venkana.
Yeah, sir. That's what my question. Whether management reviews are covered or not.
Part of data.
Yeah, part of data.
Probably just to clarify.
Another thing which you can cover is your communication matrix. You can cover the meetings also.
Meeting.
If you want in communication matrix, you can cover meetings also. Yeah.
So this
sir, with respect to scope of the organization, Actually, that is where most of the organizations also may not be clear. What is the scope, boundaries? That is it covered somewhere?
See, the way I am coming to help online auditor is, you are basically auditing a business management system.
Yes.
Forget about ISO.
Yeah.
If you say ISO and then try to do, you'll not get a rupee also.
Okay.
So, but between you and me, if you project yourself as a specialist of online auditor and try to help small organizations and all, there may be organizations which may pay you 2 lakhs per year or 3 lakhs per year. It is possible. There may be organizations which may not be able to pay even 50,000 rupees, but you please accept that.
Yeah.
Maybe the periodicity, the contribution level can vary, but in future, suppose you are at 40, 50 age group and next 20, 30 years, you have some 50, 25 organizations whom you can partner and be associated with them and be a part of their growth story by being an online auditor. It could be, you need not be looking at organizations within your city. It could be anywhere in India, because you might have a domain expertise.
Yeah.
Suppose you are working for a auto company. There is a gentleman who is from Skoda, Jayesh, I think. Jayesh, are you there?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. Jayesh, you're from Skoda Aurangabad, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
there are a lot of supply chain ancillaries there.
Yeah, sure.
And these ancillaries require support. So you can always, how many ancillaries you have, Skoda company? Ancillary units?
Maybe more than 200.
200. अरे उसमें से आपको 25 और 30 आदमी नहीं मिलेगा, कंपनी नहीं मिलेगा जिसको आपका सर्विस जरूरत नहीं होगा. There will be. लाख रुपए खर्च करेगा वो साल में आपको. It will reduce their cost and help and all. So, sky is the limit for all of you. Please believe this. And I am not relating this with any of the certification process. You as an individual, because you have certain domain knowledge, certain experience in the industry, use it to contribute and also improve your cash. That's what I'm trying to push you all, actually.
Thank you, sir.
How was the session today?
Yeah, it brought entirely new perspective to auditing the documents in different angle. It covers all the clauses as well, but it does not specifically mention the clauses or these things. But
who wants to know about clauses?
Yeah,
people wants to know more about.
Essential. It links more to the business and from the criticality of continuity of.
As an auditor, we have to help a lot of businesses grow, and that's the reason where if you are able to contribute to their business growth, we have money also there to achieve. Any other suggestion or feedback for me?
Madesh here. So
yes,
based on your experience, in terms of this documentation list for small scale industry and mid scale industry, or between small and mid scale industry, do you suggest something? Some kind of
it gets applied to every organization. Maybe the level of documentation, the quantum of documentation, the quantum of content of the documentation may vary, but the intent of the documentation remains for all this 27 which I've talked about is suffice. It takes care of complete business management system.
Yeah, the quantum it changes to the
quantum. It will change.
size of
Definitely, it will change.
Yeah, the content.
If it is a 5 employee and it's a 100 employee, things will change.
Yeah, correct. I was coming from that angle. So.
But how did you like the program, Madesh?
Yeah, it's really too good. So since I have the background of ISO, and this without saying ISO clauses, it is in very generic way how an organization should be having various documentation. And as you rightly said, many of the even mid-scale organization may not have this thing properly documented.
Yes.
It's all maybe there in their minds, and
yes.
they would not have explicitly spelled out. I think that's where we can add value by telling them and reviewing them and giving a feedback to enhance it.
I'm telling you, it's a wonderful work, which if you equip yourself in this fashion, it will help you. But what we are going to learn tomorrow is implementation, and day after is about result. So you don't have to audit documentation. You have to do separately, implementation separately, and results separately. It has to be integrated view. So, and how do you schedule it in a span of 52 weeks is your choice, as per the customer. It has to be timetable driven.
Vasant Bhai here. For
Yes,
service
sir.
level, in service industries, this service level agreement, service level norms, and all these things are documented. So this is also we need to check as a part of audit. I think, right? I think where are we covering in this? Do you have a summary of this all these 27 processes, sir? Documents to be.
This documents list I'll be sharing with all of you. So, what I have tried to tell today is these are the areas where you can add value.
Right.
Now, how it gets implemented is what we discuss tomorrow.
Sure.
In that, it may come up, these things actually.
Right. Even the process manual, the main documents, process, and that also we need to audit, I think, as a part of documentation review. Process manual and the Apex manual, all the roles and responsibilities of the function.
Why you require all those things to be discussed now? Because let it be in a
structured way.
Can you not document separately each one of them and then audit them separately? It helps, Putting everything under one cover, then you'll miss the fun or contribution. Actually.
Sir, I have one question.
They'll not find the value also. If a customer go up, you'll just say, we'll audit the process manual. They'll not have the fun of it. Yeah. Someone was saying.
I have a question, sir.
What is the name, sir?
Ramesh.
Yes, Mr. Ramesh. How did you find the session?
I found it very interesting because.
Can we just hold on? There is a background noise which is there. I don't know how to educate participants. Yeah, you unmute yourself, Mr. Ramesh. Mr. Ramesh.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yes.
I have joined from the previous classes that you have taken for us. And I find this 27 document details that you have given is very interesting, from even implementing to a new organization that I could walk into.
Yeah. You can use this knowledge for consulting also.
Yeah. So I want to do a little bit of reading before I attend tomorrow's class. I request you that this particular PowerPoint for a newcomer like me, if you can send it by WhatsApp, I will sit and read till then.
Why only you? I'll share it in the group itself. That's not it.
Okay, sir.
I'll share it in the group. Yeah. Abhishek, Akhilesh, you were trying to say something. How was the session today?
The session was fantastic. Actually, it is a result of a disruption. They call it. No? Now you have to have new thinking, something out of the box. I thought, actually, I was confused a little because 15 to 25 lakh rupee a year, that was the seller. And I could not actually relate it to how actually it is possible. So the way actually I have seen things actually very conventional, but this is actually something other than conventional.
You have to change because all these things are part of it.
Right.
You have to rise above the routine.
That's right. In my area of operation, of course, I've been trying my best to be creative, and but this is something which is another specialty, but a lot of interest actually. Honestly,
more to come.
Today it was again an eye opener, I think, and I'm sure actually now I'm confident we are on the track, and then I look forward to make the best out of it, and maybe the vision of the trainer, the coach. This is how actually I can make my guys really worth actually being a story of growth actually for
many people, many organizations, many entrepreneurs, many enterprises will thank you, boss. I'm telling you, Sharma.
I'm sure.
That's the level of confidence I have.
I'm sure.
Sir, could I ask one question?
What's your name, sir?
Yeah, this is Kuldeep Singh.
Kuldeep, sir.
Sir, could we get the document-wise checkpoints as well?
No, sir. You have to think, you have to prepare yourself, you have to prepare your mind. And I don't want you to do that checklist kind of auditing with any client. आपको सोच समझ के audit करना होगा. I am not going to provide any checklist for you. That's not my job. You have to become an online auditor by learning yourself. You have to do a lot of learning on this. There is no, it's not checklist based auditing.
For the respective areas.
No, sir. You have to prepare yourself.
But one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Akhilesh Baghi, just one question, sir.
Yes, sir.
So out of your experience, we can say that these 27 numbers will be applicable to all the standard, all donors and all the standards, right? Regardless of the business or regardless of the locality, nationality and all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what actually I was,
all standards. Only thing is you have to keep your antenna, up and then try to receive as much as possible. Because if I confine your thinking by giving a checklist, then you'll not earn even 1 lakh rupees in a year.
Right.
The only way where you can, knowledge is power. It gives you a lot of money. So improve your knowledge and then earn as much as you want.
Yeah. That's right.
Any feedback?
Like I've seen actually a lot of learned people that were talking quite knowledgeable things. So even I am actually project manager. So I'm a PMP, I am actually a qualified project manager. So I'm sure I can also apply actually a lot of areas these learnings.
So thanks to all of you. Have dinner and then sleep well. Thank you so much. Good night to all
Thank
of
you, sir. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Yeah, good night. Good night. Kranti, how was the session?